everybody, it's Briggshill here with another World of Tanks video. I am in my E75. I've managed to get myself into quite a decent max make. As you can see, there's only 3 tier 9s, rest are 8s and 7s. I'm really happy with this matchmaker, and I'm trying to make the most of it. As you can see, I've got the skins that show me where the points are to hit each of the tanks. I find this incredibly useful, especially as I don't really know the top tier tanks and where to hit them. So this is really a training purpose usage, and I'm going to do my best to utilize that in this. So let us carry on moving here. Let's forward it until we get going. So the main real point of this tank is the fact that it's got 252mm worth of front armor on its turret, i.e. the turret area here. So I want to utilize that as much as possible, trying to do as much damage as possible, because this is a fairly decent gun. 490 damage, 246mm of penetration. So really a lot of things I'm going to be able to penetrate against. I have a couple of issues in this battle, like everyone seems to do, where I fail to penetrate something that I really should penetrate. I don't particularly like using gold either in this tank, because I just think the penetration is decent enough against a lot of things, and I completely missed that shot, which really I shouldn't have done. Reload is about 13 and a bit seconds. It's actually fairly decent reload on a gun that does this much damage. It's probably the fastest it's going to ever get either, and I should really have got at least a penetration on the Object 704, but I do get one there. I think I track him, and I tell people to fire at him because he's now tracked. The Jag Tiger here behind me is going to take at least one shot on the Object 704, but I think he misses. In fact, he doesn't take a shot, which is quite strange. I thought that the T-34 may start to come down, because the T-34 has just been located to the right hand side down in the little valley, and I thought he may come down and engage, but it turns out that this guy's AFK, and I don't need to worry about him. And I figured that out quite early on when I don't receive any fire from him at all through the first couple of minutes of this video. The 704's moved out, and now it's my time to move, because I know that 704 is probably the only thing that can really do some damage to me. The KV5 can do damage if it hits me in the right place, but if I'm sensible enough, it won't actually be able to do any damage whatsoever. So I'm going to take a pot shot and then move back a little bit. I realise that if the 704 decides that he wants to come back and come over that little ridge, it probably is going to have a decent shot on me, so I'm going to move all the way back and take a chance here to move back by presenting my side and ass to it, which, you know, 120mm all the way around is not too bad, and I get lucky there by him bouncing off me. I don't know where that hit me actually. Let's see if I can find the little indent. Let's pause it for a second here and see if we can find where that hit. Well, wherever it hit, it didn't make a mark, it would seem, unless I can't see it. Yeah, can't see it. Must have completely ricocheted. So I've done one hit's worth of damage. I realise that the city is actually in pretty poor state here, so I'm going to try and do my best. I bounce off an IS-6 from this side, which is unheard of really in this tank. The 704 luckily gets away without me being able to fire at it. The KV5 on the other hand doesn't, because if you look at where the KV5 is, not only is it presenting its side, it also presents the little turret thing, the little turret that's on the front of the tank, which is shown in green. I'm going to try and hit the IS-6 again, but I don't even take the shot. I could have tried to hit the KV5 again when he disappeared. I would have expected he sat there for a little bit while longer, but I didn't. Take another shot at the IS-6. I miss again. So, I mean, I've done 1,000 worth of damage, but I've missed 2 or 3 really easy shots, which you shouldn't do. And then we get flanked, because we leave it open. KV5 uses gold, fails to penetrate, because my front armour is that good. My front armour is 160mm on the front. Obviously, not... this is where I don't pen the SU-152, somehow. But this tank is really good. I really do like this tank a lot. And if you've ever played the Tiger 2, then you'll know how roughly how this tank works. And I fail to get a penetrative hit on the SU-152, and I still haven't got a kill. I've done 1,450 worth damage, and I haven't got a kill. Now, let me just zoom out of it here. This is actually a bit of a bad situation to be in, because I'm focusing on the 704, but if the KV5 comes over the ridge and hits me, he could do some damage, especially against my turret. And as you can see on my turret, just in this location here, that is where my ammo rack is, and I do not want that to go up. So I'm going to take a chance. The S704 goes back, the KV5 comes back into play, and I think to myself now, I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to be able to take this guy out because he's pointing the other way, no doubt about doing that. The 152 is still there. I need to take the 704 out. I'm hoping he's going to bounce off me, which he does, and then I'm hopefully going to get enough of a chance to take this guy out. I do. This is when I realised the T-34 is AFK. There's no point even thinking about this now. I realise he's AFK, his turret's not moving, he's either a bot or he's AFK, and I hoped that I would, you know, kill the SU-152 with a shot, but it turns out that I'm even worse. And now I'm going to try and focus on the T-34. I'm just going to take him out. I'm just going to sit here and take him out as best as I can. I'm trying to ammo rack him because that's where his ammo rack is. Maybe I'm the position that I'm in is obviously not good enough. It's still... I'm going to ram him. There you go, with 21 health. Bye bye. And then I'm going to wait the next seconds. And this is when I ammo rack him, which is really nice. So I'm not even going to bother putting that into a montage because it might as well just jump. So here I am. The E75 finally gets a hit off me, but I managed to take him out, and we're in really good position here. There's only 3 tanks left. You've got the Jag Tiger, the T69 and the T34-1, but our T69's in really good shape, as am I, and we've got a T71 who is in quite a lot of danger at the moment, so we're going to move down to help him out. We know roughly where the Jag Tiger is, and we also know where the T34 is, roughly, so we are going to try and engage as best as possible. I just want to say a big thank you to the T69 here, because he does a very, very nice thing here. Clintito obviously takes out the T34-1. I take a shot but I miss, but the T69 gets it. What happens here is he decides that because I'm on 5 kills that he would offer me the top gun. As there are 2 tanks left, I say thank you very much. I will eventually take out the T69 after 2 or 3 hits. He can't hit me at all. The Jag Tiger is something else, which is going to about to get flanked because he's now in the cap zone. So he's kind of given his position away, which means we know exactly roughly where he is. Exactly roughly. I don't even bother zooming in for this. I just take the chance. I hit him nicely. I hope the T69 is going to come around the back. He does. Very nicely done. And the final person is going to sit in this city. I do get a ricochet then from the T69. He's tried to hit me twice here. I know roughly that he's in the city somewhere, or he's up on the hill. Turns out he's in the town, and I'm gonna do as much damage as possible. I'm gonna ram him, do a little bit more damage. There we go. Almost does nothing to me. You can hit me all you want, matey. You're not going to get anywhere. Having his ass to me is not good either, because I do this. And then the next shot is going to be the final one, because it doesn't matter really where I hit this T69, he's going to die. So there we have it. That was really a very interesting and in some ways it was very lucky. I did get 5,586 damage, which I think is pretty good in the E75. And there's also the fact that I've got 12 hits against me, most of them bounces and ricochets, which means that I did in fact get the steel wall in this. And I think I got high caliber as well as a reward. Plus the fact that there's a couple of really good missions going at the moment, or events, and so I got about 100,000 for this round. I forgot to screenshot it, so I can't actually show you these things. But generally it doesn't matter, because we did really well. I enjoyed the game, and I hope it's given you some insight about how this tank works, and generally how to use it. Anyway, if you have any questions or anything, put them in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.